Is this true, President?
Yeah. Iraq has 500 tons of chemical weapons that they're going to use to blow up the United States of America.
They are, huh?
Yeah.
Human lie detector?
Thank you.
That's a lie. No, that's actually wrong.
Actually, 0 chemical weapons were found. Not a drop of any chemical weapons has been found anywhere in Iraq.
Nowhere.
He lied!
Lie!
You're still lying. You're still lying.
It's just a marketing.
Let me ask you another one.
Right. Are there? He just got on the phone. So we'll just need to find him. We got, wait.
It's not safer. It's not safer. It's not safer. Thanks a lot, President Bush. Thanks, Bush.
All right, so what do we learn here? Protests and walkouts around the country. You guys are joining with 150 youth schools around the country to demonstrate against this war today. So let's give everybody a hand noise. Hopefully we're not disturbing classes or anything. Or hopefully we are. It doesn't go.
As is my habit, no matter where I speak, I always start out the same way by first giving praise to the Creator, the one responsible for my being here, and to the ancestors, the great ones whose shoulders I stand upon. It's always the fear of losing that wonderful house in the suburbs. It's always the fear of losing that Mercedes or Jaguar or any other car you may have. I encourage you not to gain success by the length of your automobile's wheelbase. Don't gain success by the square footage of your home. Gain your success by the character and content of your heart and how you treat other people. But when I joined the Marine Corps in '66, and I loved America at that time, I was not drafted. I joined at the age of 17 after finishing high school very early. And when I finished boot camp and they sent me to Camp Lejeune and they tested me, somehow they felt I had an aptitude for jets. That's flying them, but repairing them. So they sent me to Millington, Tennessee, where I became a jet mechanic, learning how to work on jet engines. And one Sunday, having missed church services on the base at that time, I decided to go out into the town of Millington where I saw a church. And it didn't matter to me what was in the church. If there was a cross on top of the building, I felt that I was welcome. Well, I was bold enough to walk into that church and did not know it was an all-white church. And here I am wearing the uniform of the Marine Corps, and they told me to get my black ass out of there. It may be funny to some of you, but when you're facing a situation where you have training to put your life on the line in Vietnam, getting ready to go to Southeast Asia, but you were protecting a country that would not have seated me next to a white person in South Harlem or East Georgia, I began to go to the library. And I never went to the library. Enlisted Marines don't go to libraries. We go to strip clubs and we go to bars. But something told me, my name is George, that go to the library, and I picked up 3 books. Crisis in Black and White by Charles E. Silverman, Who Speaks for the Negro by Robert Penn Warren, and Richard Wright's White Man Listen. And by the time I finished those 3 books over a period of days, I knew that I was not going to Vietnam. Maybe with his wisdom, maybe with those 4 stars that sit on his shoulders, he can tell us why we should go to Vietnam and fight a war, then have to come back. Well, we never got that opportunity. So the military police came and locked my black butt up and gave me a court-martial 4 months later, and they awarded me 10 years and a dishonorable discharge. But thank goodness for the ACLU. When they heard about my case, they wanted to represent me. It does broaden your outlook. It does question. It causes you to question authority, which is what we're supposed to be about. In a democratic youth this afternoon, this morning, whatever time it is, to stay alive, keep your mind open, stay focused, care about other people, make a difference in your own lives, and miraculously, as you begin to make a difference.
First, I just want to say a little bit about the national anti-war movement that you're being a part of again. This is going on all across the country today, and I was at DC this weekend during a national march against the war on the Pentagon, and I marched with the student contingent there, and there were about 100 of us there that were marching in unity against the war. And I just want you to know that you were part of that too, and that we're all in this together, and we're all here to stop the war. She comes from Statesville, North Carolina, and she is a Gold Star parent.
I'd like to meet my son, Stephen. Stephen died April the 17th, 2005, at the age of 20. He was a medic of excellence, and he was stationed 50 miles outside of Bakuba, Iraq. My son is dead. My son went to Iraq, and all I got was a lousy headstone. In Houston, Texas, in August of 2004, he went into the school with 538 other recruits. He left with 235 graduating, and he graduated the top 5% of his class. I did not just lose a son. This country lost a great person, and this world lost a great man.
More awareness, I think, the more.
Based on lies, deceit, and deception. And I would like to tell you, first of all, how proud I am, because you are the voice.
Yeah.
Only you make change. Because there's too many people my age that still have their heads up their butts. If you believe that we should be in Iraq, you are totally uninformed. Not misinformed, uninformed, because the facts are out there to be read. We went to war against a country that had absolutely nothing to do with 9/11. And he's the king. We got out of Iraq, we voted, we spoke, they need to come home now. To Charlotte Douglas Airport without a military escort on a commercial.
All right, guys. Just for a second, I'd like to, she sort of touched on the sign, war is expensive terrorism. It's sort of a broader base. We want to connect what's going on here to the broader issue. Recently on campus, I know that there were some issues with housing and kids getting booted out of their dorms. And we sort of want to make sure everyone understands this is all a connected thing. Winthrop can't house you because the state is taking money from Winthrop because they're not getting it from the federal government. So we need to keep everything in the broad picture and understand that it's a system. It's not a war, it's a system.
This is not a proud anniversary for us. We are a continuing protest. This is a gathering of hope today.
No justice, no peace. U.S. out of the Middle East, no justice, no peace. U.S. out of the Middle East, no justice, no peace. U.S. out of the Middle East, no justice, no peace. U.S. out of the Middle East, no justice, no peace. U.S. out of the Middle East, no justice, no peace. U.S. out of the Middle East, no justice, no peace. U.S. out of the Middle East, no justice, no peace. U.S. out of the Middle East, no justice, no peace. U.S. out of the Middle East, no justice. We want
peace.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Peace.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Peace.
When do we want it?
Now. Well, I'm here to say that to support our troops, we need to bring them home.
Bring them home!
I'm not anti-troops. I'm not anti-America. I'm anti-death.
We follow along with the crowd, and we're not asking questions, and we're not being informed, and that's all I want to see from my generation. I want to be proud to be part of this generation. So think for yourself.
No justice, no peace.
No justice out of the Middle East, no justice, no peace. U.S. out of the Middle East, no justice, no peace. U.S. out of the Middle East, no justice, no peace. U.S. out of the Middle East, no justice, no peace. U.S. out of the Middle East, no justice, no peace. U.S. out of the Middle East, no justice, no peace. U.S. out of the Middle East, no justice, no peace. U.S. out of the Middle East, no justice, no peace. U.S. out of the Middle East, no justice.